Well, nice to meet you. I'm Molly.
Uh, Nice to meet you too. I'm Jonathan.
Awesome. So, how long you been doing this kind of stuff? Like, how long have you been a tribute?
So I kind of discovered Elvis by the age of 13, right? And at first I was just doing it in my room, just listening. Actually, I started when I was like 16, 17, like small bars, because this guy was teaching me how to play guitar because Elvis plays guitar, so I wanted to learn, of course. And after a few months, I already picked it up, and he's like, well, I'm gonna take it to some bars and some little birthday parties or whatever, and see if the people like it. I was like, okay, fine. And he will take me to the bars, and it'll make $100, $50 here and there. Sometimes free, which I didn't mind. As long as I was performing, I didn't mind. I will do it for free. I still do it sometimes. I do some shows for free. It just I don't care because I'm performing and people are enjoying it, so that's fine. And so, but yes, I was 17. Around 17, but I kind of quit because, well, I mean, I was still in school. I was falling asleep in school and in class, and teachers were like, "You don't sleep at all? What?" Like, I perform at night, and I don't catch my sleep. So I decided to quit for a while I graduate, and then pick it up. But I just didn't pick it up again. I started working, and I was working late nights. Actually, I was working at a restaurant, fast food restaurant, and I was working late nights, so I have no chance. And I was working late nights Friday and Saturdays. And that's mainly people go out, right?
Yeah.
So I for maybe like I don't know, like 2 or 3 years, I just didn't do nothing. I was working, and I started thinking to myself, I should just get back to it and find another job, get back to it, and pick it up where I left off. And so my job, there was a bar, a little small bar right across it, and every Friday night they will have like karaoke, and which I hated it because they will go to get some food and order a lot, but one of them pulled up, and I was giving them drinks and everything, and they asked me, because I have my hair like I always do my hair like this, I love it.
Yeah.
And the guy asked me, hey, you got the Elvis hair. I was like, yeah, I hear that a lot. Like, I love Elvis, and it's just, I'm part of the greaser community as well, and I just love doing my hair like that. It's really cool. I mean, I used to do my hair like that in the 50s. Oh, yeah, well, yeah, I was in a band and everything. And we started talking, and I asked him, so y'all having a party or something over there? And it's like, every night we got karaoke. Like, oh, that's cool. Like, you sing like I'm a little. You should come next week and you try it out. Like, all right. So I went and I sang one song, and I was so nervous. I was so shaky. I understand Elvis. 'Cause I was so there's a lot of people, and I started shaking. And I started shaking, wiggling my body, and they were getting excited and everything. Oh, after I was done singing, they started coming up to me like, you were amazing. Like, that was really good. Like, oh, thank you. Like, I'm a huge Elvis fan, and I love doing this. And I'm like, hey, you should start like performing. And I used to like, well, what are you doing? Pick it up. Like, this is really awesome. And so at that time I was like around 20, 21, 22. So I started picking it up. Didn't know nothing about booking because, like I said, the guitar teacher was actually doing all the things. So, but I did remember one of my teachers from school. He told me to shoot an up for a website called Gig Salad, and put that you're in Elvis, act like Elvis, and plus I remember I did okay. I signed up for everything. I'm starting getting messages like we're having a birthday party, we're having an event or whatever. Cool. I don't have no Down gear, nothing. So what am I gonna do? And then one of the guys from the other company was, well, I mean, I can help you. I could, bring my own sound stuff and whatever. I said, all right, cool. And from there, I bought like this big box karaoke speaker. Just because I couldn't help me out. At least I had that, and just plug in a laptop with the songs, and yeah. But like professionally, like I've never been to a contest or what. I always wanted to, but I also worked. I ain't had time until like 2018 to that same bar in 2018. I did a show with Travis Hudson, this ETA from San Antonio, Texas. I told him, will you be interested in do the show with me here in Houston? I mean, I understand I want to. You have to travel a lot. It's like 3 hour drive. Like, no, that's fine. And we did a show, 50, and he did 70, right?
Yeah.
And then that same year, I went to Memphis as well. While in Memphis, and I ran into this ETA and his mother, Monsieur Spears and his mom, and talking about this contest in Arizona that I signed up. And this contest was kind of small because a lot of the people that bring are the big sign up for that contest, right? So I was like, why not? I know. I think it was 2019. I signed up, and yeah, I made top 10. I think I made like 10th place or whatever. But I made top 10 for the time. I made top 10. This is cool. Like went the following year. I went to Oklahoma and went to Memphis. That's this is I've been doing it since like 2018, 2018, 2019.
Wow. You've done
And
a lot.
yeah,
Wow.
just amazing, it's because when I discovered Elvis, I was 13. I heard I always had long hair. I just never combed it this way. I always had but I didn't do it. I was just my hair like that, and people come up, hey, you got the Elvis hair. Like, thanks. I didn't know who it was. Until I think it was 2006, no, or five actually. During summer 2005, I was like flipping the channels. I started watching Full House, across Full House, and for some reason the character I guess just caught my attention a lot because he had awesome hair and everything. And there I knew who it was because he had a picture in his wall, his door, and his wall, and he was obsessed with Elvis. But I got a little obsessed with Uncle Jesse, and I started doing hairstyle. And I went to school the following year, 2006. Um, People were like, "Hey, you got the Elvis hair." Like, uh, thanks, I guess. I was like, I didn't know who it was until like a couple of months. I was, we were doing tests at school, but music playing it was really low. I could hear it, and I was so distracted because the music was amazing. This beat is playing, and I was so distracted beating on my pencil and I gotta know who's this. After that, I went to the teacher. Like, who's singing? I said, Jonathan, you don't know who's Elvis Presley? I said, it's Elvis Presley? Yeah. Immediately, I was hooked. And I knew because next period we are going to go to computers. Instead of going to work, I was searching for Elvis, any little mini Bible pictures, whatnot, and I was grand. I put pictures. I went home and then I told my mom like I want my hair like this guy, palm and everything. Like, and I was hooked. I was hooked. And so as I guess I got upset, like Uncle Jesse got upset, I got upset, and anything else, I wanted it. If I was feeding toys, I wanted, and that's how it started.
Wow. It's amazing how so many people like start out as just young Elvis fans and how that progresses into a kind of career for them.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking of doing this at all. I mean, I was practicing in my room, and imitating him because around 2007, I bought two DVDs. Uh, Elvis's number 30 hits, volume one and two, and video of his performances in movies and stuff. Every single day after school, I will watch it. I will watch it. I will imitate it. And then I was thinking, I don't. That's just not because I mean, just Elvis Presley. I don't. There's nobody gonna be exactly like him. I didn't know there was such thing as ETAs. So that one night, I remember one night around 2008, I was again flipping the channels, and I came across PBS, and there was a show called I believe it's Sun Records or Sun Studios. I can't remember, but in the show, there's singers going to Sun Studios and record music. But at that night, they had Dean Z singing. Dean Z was singing, I'm left, you're right, she's gone, and you're a heartbreaker. And I was like, that dude looks like Elvis. What's going on? And I searched the name Dean Z, and I put Dean Z Elvis, and yeah, it appeared. He's a Elvis Tribute Artist and acts like Elvis. He's been around the world, cities and country and states and countries. And I was like, well, hey, I mean, if he's doing that, I want to do it too. And it's like, oh, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna look into this and more. And I started. YouTube at the time was, little, not that good as it is now. But I started looking for it. I didn't know what to put, so I just put Elvis impersonator,
Yeah.
and a lot of appear, a lot. Some good, some bad, but a lot appear. I was like, I want to do this. Like, I want to do this.
I think Dean Z for me, he was one of the first I'd seen online, and I couldn't quite grasp the concept that this person was so much like Elvis but wasn't Elvis.
Yeah, exactly. Same with me. I just he I don't know. He looked so cool, and you know he had the same hair and everything. He had the guitar that I like, that Martin D28, and it's like I want to do this.
His moves as well. He's such an entertainer.
Oh, he sure is, and I added him on Facebook, and then I started following him on Instagram, and then he followed me back, and I was like starstruck, like, oh my gosh, Dinsley followed me,
That
and
is cool.
it is, yeah, it's cool, and he likes some. I will post videos, me singing, and he liked a couple of them, like, oh, like, dang, Dean Z like some of my videos, but
It's great
the
though
cool,
that there's that support within the community, and it's not like
yes,
oh, he's another Elvis, like, go away. It's very much like, from what I hear from other ETAs, is everybody's so close and encouraging of each other because you're all doing the
oh yeah,
same thing.
definitely. We, during those contests, we support each other. Like, hey, good luck. We don't badmouth anyone. Like, good luck. Break a leg and have a good time. Remember, we're all imitating the same person. And if one of the guys forgets something like a ring or a bell, like the other guy, like if he was wearing the same outfit, all right, I'll let you borrow it. That's fine. And that is so cool. And It's just, it's amazing.
That's good though. It should be a sense of community and like I find like as a fan, it's quite described as like a family with the fan groups that follow ETAs because everybody loves Elvis and it's just a room that's full of so much appreciation for someone.
Exactly. And it's amazing. And I don't know, it's been a while since I have gone to one of the contests or festivals, and I get messages and we're gonna come back, man, and we miss you, like, and just recently, Jay Jay Dupuy actually messaged me saying, "Hey, you got to join this contest in Louisiana. Yeah, I think you should join it." And I was like, "Oh, definitely. I'm interested. I know, I'll join it." And it's just cool, and I've seen, some of the young, kids, and they're doing their tribute now, and it's amazing that now they're doing, they're in that same spot that I was when I was a kid.
I've seen that there's someone, I think he's 15 and he's a tribute and he's fantastic. I mean, I always see it as it's not about the voice and the looks and everything else. It's just about kind of paying your respect towards Elvis, and if you do that in a respectful manner while singing his music, then you know.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, if you go, it takes guts. It takes guts going on stage and people looking at you. All them people, 100, 200 people staring at you. It takes guts, and my they're amazing, and if they want to continue this, that's awesome. If they want to move on from this and do their own music, or whichever, that's amazing too. Drake Milligan, he started as a ATA. Now he's a big country star.
I think I've seen him on Facebook a few times.
Yeah, yeah, he started as an ETA, and now look at him. He was an actor. He started as a Sun record, TV show. Now he's a country star.
That's amazing
And
though. Like as a
yeah,
kid, you never know what you want to do as a kid, and I bet you never thought you'd end up doing something like this.
as a kid, I wanted to be Superman, but,
I wanted to
but
be
in
a paramedic.
a paramedic. And I've seen some of your shows, actually. Your Some of your live feeds, and you're amazing. I love your voice.
Thank
You
you.
sing very well.
Thanks.
Yeah,
I only started out doing these kind of shows like June time.
that's really cool. Like, I started one of them. I was asleep at the time you went live, but I saw it, and I watched the whole show, and it was amazing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So you've been to Memphis, so you've been to Graceland, then, right?
I've been to Graceland. Yeah,
What was it like?
it was it was amazing. I'm not gonna lie, I got a little teary eye just walking in that door. You you just feel his presence. You can feel it. Like, I walked in and I was like, oh my gosh, Elvis was here at some point in his lifetime. I'm breathing the air that Elvis was breathing.
It's his home.
Eh,
I mean, like,
Yeah,
it'd be like someone going to your house. Like, you just can't describe, I bet, the feeling of being in his house, knowing that he lived there, and like that was his safe space.
yes, exactly. And I was like, I was amazed. I was shocked in words. I was like, I can't believe I'm here. Like, Elvis was once. I saw the living room, and I was like, Elvis was once there having a good time with his friends and family. I saw the dining room, and like, Elvis ate here. The kitchen. I saw the stairs. I didn't. Of course, you can't go upstairs, but I saw the stairs, and Elvis would walk the stairs and up to his room. I saw his parents' bedroom, and everything. The jungle room. I was like, Elvis was standing right here recording music because he didn't feel like going to RCA studios.
I love the jungle
And
room.
oh yeah, it's beautiful. It's amazing, and I saw everything. And then when you walk in the backyard and you walk, to the meditation garden, you see the gravestone. I just got more emotional. Like I can't believe I'm here. Like this is the closest I can be with Elvis now. The closest. Unfortunately, I wasn't alive. I was born in '92, so I wasn't even alive. My mama was was what 22 at the time, I think.
Yeah.
Mama was 7 years old when Elvis passed away. So, but it was amazing, and I brought a little guitar pick with the Texas state flag, and I just placed it on his graves in his gravestone, and I was just there standing and looking at it for a couple of minutes, and in my thoughts, like I'm not trying to be like you. I'm just I was telling myself, look, talk. I guess talking to him in a way. I'm not trying to be like you. I hope you understand that, and I'm just trying to keep your memory alive. Well, we all keeping your memory alive, and I just want to be a little bit like you sometimes, but it's just cool. But I'm not acting like you. I'm not acting like you off stage. Um, I hope you don't find that disrespectful at all, and just hope you're okay with it.
Did you ever hear the story about when Elvis met a tribute artist?
Yeah, I've heard it. I've heard it many
Yeah.
times, and yeah, and Elvis didn't understand it. He just didn't understand it, but he was flattered.
It's nice though that he wasn't like, don't do that. He was more
Yeah.
just quite to the point of, I love that you're doing that, but make sure you're yourself at the same time.
Yes.
I've seen people on Facebook, on TikTok, everything, where their job is Elvis, but then they go shopping, they go out, and they're still him, and they carry it on.
No, it's just to me that's just too much. I mean, come on, that's just too much. I mean, like as for me, in school, you're trying to be like Elvis, like right? Like no, I just love Elvis. Like maybe yeah, I like to dress as him, not not dress as him like with jumpsuits. Like I mean, he wore nice clothes in the '50s,
Yeah,
and I like to dress like that. I mean, it's nice. You see me wearing this, and that's also part of the like greaser community and the vintage community. You just like to dress as back then,
that's what I
and
do.
and yeah, that's the thing. You just dress. Yeah, Elvis wore this, similar clothes to that, but it's just because that's what it was back then.
Elvis pretty much started a whole new era of fashion as well.
Oh yes, yes.
Everybody wanted to dress like him.
I, I want to dress like him. I saw him, man. I was like, I want to dress like that. He just looks so cool dressing, wearing them flashy clothes and jackets. I wish I could wear my jackets, but it's too hot right now in Texas. So,
It's cold here all the time.
oh, no, man, y'all lucky. It is too hot here in Texas. I'm so lucky.
He had great taste in fashion. Even when I'm trying to think what they were called. Were they like cigarette trousers? The straight. Back in the 50s, he had like straight trousers, and he put them with like oversized blazers and stuff.
Oh, trench coats.
Maybe
You mean the trench coats, the big trench coats?
he had like a normal jacket, but it was too big for him. But he made it work, and they were like suit trousers, like that kind
Uh,
of like 50s kind of era of Elvis.
yeah, gotcha.
That's what
Yeah,
kind of kicked off his big fashion thing.
yeah. No, I get it. That's why I like dressing like that. And I mean, I don't dress like that at work, but on my off days, I dress like that. And I have a jacket. I'll take it. Like if I go out, I'll bring it with me just in case if I want to wear it. But most of the times, I don't. It's too hot.
Unless you go stand somewhere where they've got aircon.
Oh yeah, true. The only thing is, like, if I have to perform, yeah, I'll wear the jacket, and it's too hot. I start sweating a lot, and but oh well, I don't mind it.
What's your favorite jumpsuit?
Oh man, that's a hard one. Oh, that's a lot of them. I think the powder blue. I like it a lot.
I like that one.
Yeah, my favorite color is blue, so yeah, powder blue or the wow, it's a lot of them. The
There's so
the spade.
many that
Yeah, there's so
you can't
many.
remember all the names of them.
Yeah,
I know
there's
what they
so
look
many.
like in my head, but I can't remember the names of them
But the
all.
names, yeah, it's hard. But I'll go with the powder blue. You look so amazing in it. What about yours?
Mine, I think the chicken bone suit. I like that one. Or the
Yeah,
peacock one.
that's a nice suit too. I can tell you my favorite '50s outfit, and that's the gold lame.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, and that's one of my favorites to wear all the time. I don't have the full outfit, but just the jacket alone with black pants is just amazing.
That is
I,
cool.
I just I just love how it flashes on stage, and even when I take it out from the closet and the lights start hitting it, it just flashes. I just love that.
That is cool.
Yeah, yeah, it's. I want to buy more things and more jackets, but it's just too much. My whole closet's gonna be filled.
That's the thing, I think. I see a lot of good jumpsuits, but they are so expensive. It must be so hard to kind of have outfits, but to alternate them,
Yeah,
especially with the price of them and like wanting to change things up. It must be hard.
that's yeah, it's hard to alternate things and or clean them because some of the outfits, the little studs get tarnished, and they just. I know there's a guy on Facebook that he uh restores that the whole outfit, and he polishes the little studs and everything, and it just looks amazing. He does a deep clean, a deep wash, and it comes. I see the pictures; it just comes so clean and amazing.
That's cool though. Really
Oh yeah, it
cool.
is.
Do you have a favorite movie?
That's a hard one too. Yeah, actually, yes. My top favorite movie of Elvis is Flaming Star. I just love westerns, and I'm from Texas, But Flaming Star, yeah, because it's based in Texas. And Elvis, dressed as a western, cowboy. He looks so cool. But Flame Star, and then probably Jazz Rock, Live a Little, Love a Little is also one of my top favorites.
I like that one.
But yeah, that's a good movie. But Flame Star for sure.
Yeah. He was good in Charo as well.
Oh yes, I love Charo too. Charo is amazing. Um, that's a good. He has a beard and everything. He looks so cool in it. I love Charo too.
So, what was your first gig like?
My first gig.
Your first like proper proper gig.
So that one was I think that was one with Travis Hudson, San Antonio. Because I would do, like I said, small shows, parties, never really like a big with lights and everything. And so when I contacted Travis and he agreed, like I said, yeah, I'll do, I'll come and we'll do a show together. I have performed at that bar before, but just with a like I said, a little speaker and whatnot. But he brought big speakers. He brought his background, background with lights. He brought his lights. I never done nothing like that before, and so it looks so cool. And I got more nervous now. Like I've seen these people before, but now I'm more nervous because Travis is here, and I don't want to mess it up. I don't want him like thinking, oh well, yeah, he sucks, you know. So I try to do my best, and I did my best. His speaker sounded so good. The people loved it. They were amazed, and it was great. But first time performing on a stage with bigger crowd, bigger lights was in Arizona, in Yuma, Arizona during the contest, the EP Expo contest. I was more nervous there too. I was so shaky, and I was just pacing around. I was like, I didn't know what to do, and a couple of the guys, knew that it was my first time, and it's gonna be okay. Just to be honest, that big stage light shines so bright that you can't even see the crowd. Maybe just the first row or two, but you can't see the crowd. And some of the guys were very helpful, very giving them advice and everything. And one of my friends from that he was a headliner, Jacob Roman. He was giving me advice. You're gonna do great, man. Just go out there. And he was like telling me a story. I processed myself too, and I messed up. I dropped the mic. He's like, "So you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be a good. You're gonna be great."
That's good.
Yeah, yeah. And it is nerve wracking, but at the same time, it's amazing.
I have spoke to Travis before. He's great.
Travis, Hubb?
He's really nice.
Yeah, he really is. He very helpful and supportive as well. And right now he's doing good. He's performing with John Cobb and Hunter Cole.
Yeah.
They're amazing. They're really amazing. I've seen the pictures. I've been trying to go to one of them their shows. But every time they have a show, I work. But I'm gonna catch one of them shows sometime.
Yeah. It's good though that he was so supportive and willing to help. Because
Yes.
a lot of, I guess, some bigger ETAs might kind of look down on that or kind of completely brush it off and be like, because they are on an upper level, it's good that people
Yeah.
can come together and kind of just help each other out.
Yeah. Yeah. He was very supportive and he agreed. I just took a shot at it and he agreed to help. So that was amazing. I was glad actually. I was more than glad he was gonna willing to help. And then he invited me to do a show in San Antonio, which I'll go. I'll do it. And we did a show in San Antonio, and we're gonna do another show here in Houston. But things happened with the bar and misunderstanding and double booking, so it got canceled.
It's
But
cool though. It,
yeah, it is cool. And we've done the same contest as well. And he was there in Arizona. He was there in Oklahoma, and I think he's doing the Louisiana one, if I'm not mistaken. And he's gonna do the EP Expo in February as well, if
so
I'm not
do you have
mistaken.
a lot of events on over there then? Like, is
Yeah,
there
we get
stuff
we
on
get
all the time?
yeah we get them all the time here.
Wow. We've got the big fourth call on this weekend.
I've
That's
seen that one
yeah, that's going on in gosh, I think that's Wales. That's happening over here.
in Wales. Yes, I've heard about that festival. It's really good, and I wanna I wanna at least go. If I'm not gonna do the contest, but at least go and have fun. But it's kind of far.
Just a bit. Not
Yeah.
really walking distance.
No. See, this is where I wish I was Superman, so I can just fly over there and attend the festival. But I see a lot of pictures. I got friends from from the UK as well. And they post their pictures, and I see y'all have a good time and everything. Are you gonna go to that one?
No, I'm going to there's one next month in Turkey. That's a weekender, and then I'm going to too many. There's one called Nova Fest. Viva Las Vegas. There's quite a few over here. Oh, and there's
Yeah,
If I Can Dream. That's in Blackpool. That's like competitions as well.
that's really cool. Yeah, I like to go to one of them sometimes. Sometime in the future, I would like to. I don't know, compete. I don't care if I don't win. I'm just there to have fun.
I think the Elvis scene is pretty good over here. I didn't realize how big it was until I started getting involved because I'd only started on like seeing tributes in April, and then after that, every month I'm going to like two shows at least.
Cool. That is so cool. It's funny because in other countries, Elvis is so big, and y'all love him and everything. Here in the states, some of us love Elvis, but not majority of you know they them badmouth Elvis and say things that are not true,
Yeah,
and it really boils my blood because they don't know their facts and everything. And but I'm glad that other countries love Elvis and they wouldn't badmouth him or make fun of him or anything.
it's difficult to talk about Elvis because all we ever know is what other people tell us and their renditions, and because Elvis isn't here to defend himself, that's how things can get so twisted and all these rumors start, and it's just a very grey area of kind of what is real and what isn't real.
Yeah, and I tried my best to defend him, and like, where did you hear this? Where's your source? Like, you don't tell me TikTok, cause come on, but do some research. Like, search it, read books or something. Go online and find out for yourself. Don't just believe what someone tells you, because it's not true,
This
and it's not
is
fair for Elvis.
it's exactly why I wanted to start a podcast really. Like I read a lot of books and I look at a lot of stuff online, and I wanted to be able to kind of collaborate a lot of sources and give a more true representation of Elvis, or at least
Yes,
leave
and
things up to debate. Because I'm not gonna
yeah,
know
of
everything, but
course not.
there's
Right.
plenty of books to read and people who do know things who luckily knew Elvis who we can still ask.
Yeah, exactly. I'm glad you're doing this. I've seen others, his other podcasts and YouTube videos. There's a guy in Ireland that I love watching every Sunday. His name is Steve Francis. Every Sunday he does his show, Elvis the Ultimate Fan Channel. I love his podcast,
Yeah, I used to
and I
watch
love.
that.
Oh yeah, yeah, he's great. I've called him there twice, and Steve is a great guy. He's amazing. I've watched this other channel called Elvis the News Report. I think this guy is from. I think he's from the Netherlands. What's his name? Emil Meyer, something like that. And every month he reports about Elvis stuff, whatever what happened during that month. For anything,
That's
if
cool.
yeah, it's really cool. And I love his news reports of what happened in Elvis's like for instance, if for example, if Graceland decides to sell the pink Cadillac this month, next month he's gonna report it. Well, Graceland decided to sell the pink, something like that. Anything that happens of Elvis is just he reports it. Of
It's It's nice though.
and yeah, it's really cool. And there's another guy, and I think he's from New York. The King's Corner, I think it's called,
Yeah, I've heard
and
that one.
he has a lot of Elvis memorabilia, and I think he has four scarves that his mom got when they went to see Elvis.
Wow.
And he has a good collection, and I love watching him.
Wow. Four.
He has four scarves that his mom got, and I think his mom got a kiss too from Elvis.
Wow. I bought a lot of pictures. You could probably see it up here. There's one of a woman getting a kiss from Elvis in a scarf, and she wrote on the back of it, "Me and Elvis." I thought that
That's
was
cool.
cool.
Cool. That is so cool. Yeah, I have a bunch of vinyls and big portraits and little things, figurines and whatnot. I like, Elvis's guitars, of course.
I love that guitar. I'm left-handed, so I can never get one of those guitars. But
Also, you're gonna play like that.
yep, I love that
As I don't
guitar
know.
though.
Yeah, it's more most people from the Elvis fans, they love their jumpsuits and outfits or whatever. For me, yeah, I love that stuff, but I love his guitars. And yeah, this is one of my favorites, the Martin 28 that he had with the leather cover. That's also one of my favorites. I love playing guitar. I love anything about guitars and Elvis's guitars. It, I just love it. I want to own them. At least a replica, but I want to own them.
I like his
And
Hagstrom Viking 2
oh,
from the comeback
yes,
special. I love that one.
I want. I want to buy it. I'm in plans of buying it, but it's $1,000, so it's hard.
It's
I
crazy.
thought
It's
the one he
crazy.
played on the '68 comeback special, the Gibson Super 400.
Yeah.
I want to buy it too. Only if I want to buy the Gibson one, that's close to $50,000. If I
Wow.
want, if I want to buy Gibson's lower hand, if you can't afford it, an Epiphone, that's what it is. This is an Epiphone because the Gibson one, with this one, Gibson, it's about 7,000 to $15,000. This one is an Epiphone. At the time, I got it in 2009. Mom paid only $500. I've seen it on Reverb. It's a place where you buy instruments. Now it goes up to $2,000.
Wow. It's crazy because when I buy guitars and I want left-handed, the price goes up significantly.
I don't
I
understand
wanted
why.
a left-handed guitar once. I'm trying to think what brand it was. I can't remember. I think it was a vintage, and they wanted 2 grand for it just because it was left-handed.
See, I don't understand why. I mean, I guess because it's rare because it's left-handed, but still, like, it's a lot. But yeah, his cars. Also, I love his cars.
Yeah, the Studs. I like that one the most.
That's a beautiful car, but I have to go with the pink Cadillac. I just love that car.
True. That one is
I
so
wanna
nice.
I wanna own that car. I mean, not Elvis's, but I've seen on I know the ETA from California. He owns the exact model,
Wow.
and it's pink. Yeah, and it's pink.
That's so lucky.
Yes, he's so lucky. And this other guy from I think he's from Indiana. It's the same model, but it's a year older. It's a '56,
Yeah.
but it looks the same.
I saw
It,
a blue 56 one once, like just round here. That was really cool.
that's cool. And I want to own one. I want to own at least a classic car, but I mean, I don't know. It's a lot of money,
It is.
and
I've
then you got to restore it and everything.
and then you gotta make it safe and the seat belts and suspension and power
Yeah,
assisted steering and all that.
all of that.
It's a lot of work.
Uh, But yeah, I mean, I just love, I love Elvis. You know, just he's so awesome. It's just, and I love other music too. Not just Elvis. You know, just Elvis is just the
It's
main guy.
it's hard to believe that Elvis was real.
I know, right?
He did so much stuff in his lifetime. He was like what 19 when he really got thrown into everything. And when
Yeah,
I was 19, like God, like a couple years ago, I had no idea what I wanted to do. And there's
same. I was
Elvis, like just
already big and touring around. And I was 19. I was at work, and I didn't know any better. But yeah, I mean, he was very fortunate. You know, like some people say, he was at the right place at the right time, and yeah, I mean, he was very fortunate, and he did what he would always say. He was gonna buy his mom a new house and car and everything. He did it. He provided for his family, and that's very good.
it's good to see that kind of like that always stuck out to me, the fact that no matter how famous he got and how big he was, his family was always looked after first. And everybody
Yeah,
came first before himself.
exactly.
So many
He put
stories
it
of him buying people cars and helping out with houses and everything.
exactly. I just love hearing those. There's a documentary. It's I think it's called The Generous Man or something like that. It's on
Yeah,
YouTube,
I've seen that
and
one. It's
and I
brilliant.
love watching that one. Yes, I love watching it, and I love hearing stories how he didn't have to give his money away, but he did because he was very generous and
And he,
he
he would
cared a
give
lot.
anonymous checks to charities around Christmas and everything. Now, any
Yeah,
other artist you'd see nowadays would have to make that a TikTok post and a big thing on Facebook, but he was going out and doing that like it was nothing.
yeah, he was doing it like he didn't want the recognition or anything. He didn't even want to put it on his taxes because if you over here, I don't know if you donate, you can put that on your taxes and you get that money back somehow. But he didn't want to do that. Like, no, let them keep that. I don't need it. And he was so generous, buying cars, buying houses and horses, and if you needed something, hey, I got you. I'll pay it.
All
I'll pay your
his,
mortgage.
yeah, his friends and everything, he helped them all out.
And he did, and that's what it's sad that some people took advantage of him and took advantage of his kindness.
Definitely.
Yeah, and he's just so cool. See, why can't that's what I also think. Why can't the people that badmouth him see that he was generous and he cared, and they just instead see the bad things? I mean, he was human after all. We all make mistakes and have our faults. We're not perfect.
Exactly. And
Elvis,
they built Elvis up so much on a pedestal that one thing would knock him down. He only had to say one bad thing and they'd tear him apart.
that's a bad thing because I mean, you know, before you judge somebody, think what in your lifetime you must have done something bad too. You're not a saint either,
Exactly.
and that's what I tell people. Like before you judge them, like look into your lifetime. You must have done something bad too. Something I don't think you killed somebody, but you must have done something bad.
Exactly. You must have done something wrong, told a lie somewhere, said the
Yeah,
wrong thing. Like you can't you can't just, discredit Elvis's whole career and what he built for the music industry based on hearsay and other people's accounts.
of course, exactly. But they just focus on the bad thing on celebrities, and that's the sad thing. And that's why I always try to defend them, and I actually fight in school defending Elvis. I actually punched a kid and I punched him so hard that his nose, he started bleeding.
Wow.
And But he was bad mouthing Elvis, and I couldn't like no, I'm not gonna like. I told him, you're not gonna disrespect Elvis Presley in my presence. You're not gonna do that. And they took me to the principal, and the principal was like, "Son, did you really punch? You know, because I said they're not gonna disrespect Elvis in my presence whatsoever. You want to suspend me, suspend me. You want to expel me, that's fine. But to me, it's worth it.
I'm sure there's plenty of other people who would definitely agree with that.
Yeah, and I've known some guys, they're greasers, and they do the same thing. They will defend Elvis even if it means with their life, they'll do it. That's just how important Elvis is.